Currently, Kazakhstan is developing a new education system focused on entering the world educational space. The ongoing reforms in the education system are aimed at updating the content of education at all levels and the transition to the stage of sustainable growth. In this regard, curricula have been developed with updated content in all subjects of general secondary education. The updated content curriculum is a curriculum that meets the needs of the modern generation. The curriculum is focused not on the transfer of a certain amount of educational material, but on the system of expected results. Within the framework of the updated educational content, academic subjects, biology, physics, chemistry, and geography begin to be studied simultaneously from the 7th grade. The most important component of the pedagogical process is the personality-oriented interaction of the teacher with the school children. The role of the science in the creation of pedagogical technologies that are adequate to the level of public knowledge is increasing. In physiological and pedagogical terms, the main trends in the improvement of educational technologies are characterized by the transition from learning as a function of memorization to learning as a process of mental development that allows you, as a future teacher, to use the being learned. From a purely associative, static model of knowledge to dynamically structured system of mental action. From orientation towards the average school children to differentiated individualized training programs. The updated content curriculum is a curriculum that meets the needs of the modern generation. The curriculum is focused not on the transfer of certain amount of educational material, but on the system of expected results. The updated content of education sets itself the great goal of improving the skills of teachers in the context of updating the program. The updated content of education sets itself a great goal, improving the skills of teachers in the context of updating the program. Updating the content of education is, first of all, a revision of the goal and the model of a secondary education itself. Its structure, content, approaches, and methods of teaching and upgrading, the introduction to a new system of assessing the achievement of school children. The whole range of measures within the framework of updating the content of education is aimed at creating an educational space favorable for the harmonious formation and development individual. Today, our generation, a worthy place on the path of civilization, requires an increase in the level of new qualitative changes in education and upbringing. Changes in education, changes in educational goals, consolidation of its developmental characteristics, systematically develops creative thinking of school children, increase the scientific outlook and activity of school children. Distinctive features of the updated curricula are the principles of holisticity, that is a gradual increase in school, in knowledge and skills from topic to topic, from class to class, and more. Focusing on learning goals based on the formation of school children thinking skills from elementary, about knowledge, understanding, application to a high level, analysis system, synthesis, and assessment. The presence of cross-cutting themes, which allows you to most effectively organize interdisciplinary communication, which serve as a basis for the full implementation of the currently especially important trilingual program. The development of the updated curriculum provides for the interaction of curricula with the teaching and upbringing of the younger generation, teaching methods and grading system, or in another word, assessing system. Time for questions and answers. So, the first question, for what purpose does the teacher use a curriculum? Answer. Curriculum are used to identify what needs to be taught to school children within the specific subject and class. These documents provide an opportunity to determine what knowledge, qualifications, and experience school children are gained in a particular class and provide a brief overview of the content of instruction in a particular subject. The next question, what information can a teacher find in the curriculum? Answer, goals, objectives, and significance of the subject, information about the development knowledge, skills, perception, attitudes, and values. Pedagogical techniques used in the teaching the subject, application of information and communication technologies, a brief overview of the assessment methods. The next question, what has changed in planning? Answer, in the updated curriculum, the learning objectives that are achieved in this lesson have a specific code linked to the curriculum and are differentiated for all, most, and some. As the language goals, interdisciplinary connection are determined and recommendation for the use of ICT are given. Three parts of the lesson. The first beginning of the lesson with motivation, actualization of knowledge, and goal setting. The main part is the formulation of a problem, formation of knowledge, and the development of skills related to the objectives of the lesson. For the analysis and processing information, research, practical work, and solving problem situation. And into the lesson with discussion, feedback, reflection on certain criteria. Next question. What are the benefits of a spiral curriculum? Answer. The information is repeated and remembered each time the school child repeats the subject. The spiral educational program allows you, as a future teacher, to make a logical transition from simplified ideas to complex ones. School children can apply knowledge in subsequent section of the curriculum or educational program. The curriculum built on a spiral learning model involves revisiting knowledge and concepts as school children move from class to class. Learning objectives are defined in unifying areas and sub-areas to track learning progress. Next question. What is criteria-based assessment? Answer. Criteria-based assessment is a process of correlating the learning outcomes actually achieved by school children with expected learning outcomes based on the developed criteria. Next question. What is the essence of the introduction of the unified technology and methodology of criteria-based assessment of school children knowledge? Answer. The guidelines for criteria-based assessment define the theoretical and practical essence of changes in teachers' action in assessing school child results within the framework of updating the educational content. These guidelines provide an opportunity to ensure that assessment meets established standards and to meet the learning needs of each school children.